What are red flags in a friendship most people brush away? When you hang out with them, it feels like you're defusing a bomb when there's nothing going on right then. Edit. Why is my highest rated comment about the one friend I gave up on due to his need to yell at me over the smallest things? But seriously, I didn't expect so many people to have this problem too. Thought I was the only one who didn't realize this right away. I had to let go of my best friend because of this. With my real friends I could always just respond to a text message with the first thing I thought of. With this girl I felt like I had to carefully consider what I was saying and then reword it several times before I could hit send, because I didn't want to be dismissed or berated in any way. That's not friendship. That's what I call walking on eggshells. No matter what you say or do, you always start sweating and think to yourself, should I say/do this? I hate that feeling. Friends that only care to talk about their own success and aren't genuinely happy for you and yours unless it amounts to less than their own. I feel this. Got married in July. Best friend of 13 years tried to bring down the wedding because how dare I be happy when she can't even have a decent date. There was a lot of drama and deuce because I was being unreasonable by not spending $1,500 on her alone when my entire wedding cost less than $1,000 and that was over budget. My husband asked me how I felt when I was around her, and it was like this entire thread. I wasn't allowed to talk unless it was negative about myself. I couldn't wear anything that made me look or feel good. If I showed cleavage, I was purposely trying to distract guys from her. I deserved every wolf whistle and insult while walking downtown because of the way I dressed. I was asking for it. Any time spent with my husband and not her was wasted time. We haven't talked in a year. Since I told her we were eloping, she ignored me, then tried to reach out when she saw me a month after the wedding. Said she didn't know what she did wrong. Never tried to reach again out after I told her that her attitude was deplorable and that she needed to grow up like everyone else has. Apparently she didn't like that. Really jealous and possessive friends. I'm a jealous person by nature, and even though my jealousy flares up when I see my friends hanging out with other people, I would never let them know. Why? Because I don't want them to feel bad about doing the things they love. Having a social life outside my little world. If a person tries to box you up because they want you all to themselves, it's not a proof of love or companionship. True love, in any kind of relationship like friends, family, lovers, is shown by respect and allowing the other person to have free will. I'm currently struggling with this. I thought my best friend and I were really tight, yet I found out she was pregnant on Facebook. Found out she was engaged on Facebook. Weird, but okay. I guess she likes spilling the beans on social media. Lately, this new girl, who I didn't get a good first impression of, is now hanging out with our immediate circle, and she asked me, "Did you know she had a pregnancy scare?" Great. My best friend hasn't texted me for weeks and now I find out you two are really tight. That stings. And now I feel like deuce. I don't mind her hanging out with new people, but the fact that I've been ignored hurts and just causes jealousy. I don't know. I feel like crap lately. Lol. Thank God I'm not a bad friend for getting jealous when my friend hangs out with other people. I thought I was the only one. Friends who are good to you when one-on-one, but constantly put you down in group settings. This is a big sign of insecurity/jealousy. Other signs: inappropriate attention-seeking behaviors, trying to twist the situation on you when confronted about things, not respecting your boundaries, is super friendly with new people, but in a disingenuous I wanna be like the most way, constant gaslighting, getting mad at you for not going by the exact same moral playbook as them. When in group settings they get really uncomfortable and try to change the subject or put you down extra if attention is on you. Acting they like can take constructive feedback, but actually taking it out on you in small ways throughout the rest of the day. Edit. Thanks for all the upvotes and the silver. Wish you all the best of luck in ridding yourselves of toxic friendships. Don't go wasting your time on people who don't treat you with the respect you deserve. Wow. That's exactly what my high school best friend did to me. Continually feeling like you want to say something, but should hold your tongue. Have to walk on eggshells around them. can't really communicate with them because they will take everything personally and blow it out of proportion. I've been struggling a lot with this recently. My Discord friends can be an annoying bunch, but I don't have the willpower to say anything. One of them likes to talk about himself and pretends to be an expert on everything. Basic fact checking often proves him wrong, but I can't cause a scene. Another person likes to get real close to the mic and run consensual intercourse sounds. Another friend eats constantly and won't mute himself. I have talked to this person, but he just won't stop. Maybe I'm the bad friend. IDK. This has killed a couple of friendships of mine. It wasn't so much their series of mucking horrible choices, it was the expectation that I be supportive by shutting up about it. That expectation was at least 50/50 than mine. I admit that I really dislike confrontation and would usually rather go along to get along. But biting my tongue for so long, I eventually started resenting them and choking on all my feelings. You see, you got a private message from them and your gut reaction is to start getting nervous or anxious. What is it this time? This was happening with me for months before the friendship imploded. It was always something, and none of it good. That's why I stopped answering to my manipulative ex-friend. She controlled and criticized me. When she moved to Italy, she'd always text saying how depressed she was and that she wanted to die. I tried to help, but she'd constantly be overdramatic, and I didn't think she was as depressed as she was. I'd known her for years, and she was always overdramatic. When she said she was suicidal, I was going through a mental health crisis of my own and couldn't help her, plus she was in a different country. In the end, I distanced myself, and I've heard from mutual friends that she's doing pretty good. Friends who gossip excessively. If they are talking about other people, chances are they are talking about you. My roommates like to gossip by saying extremely nice things behind friends' backs. And people that send you screenshots of private messages with other people, guess what? Your private messages are being sent around too. My group of friends and I will sometimes talk about one specific friendish snot their butt, only because we worry about her. The mental health isn't all there, and she struggles a lot with her uni work, but she won't ever talk to us or ask for help if she needs it. Therefore we'll often talk about her when she's not there to see if any of us have seen her or know how she's doing, or to discuss if we should go visit her to check on her. Like it's start like I'm really worried about X, and we'll go from there normally. But we never talk about any one people in a negative way. Is this bad? Being dismissive of all your interests and achievements. Meanwhile everything they do, no matter how mundane, is amazing. And then you bring this issue up, and they give BS reasons like it's hard for me to care about something I don't know about, or even further you're being sensitive/erratic/emotional, and you just sit there thinking I'm sure glad I still attentively listened to all those times you bored me with your financial spreadsheets you made to decide what car you would buy. Ugh, I had a friend like this. She literally blocked me on social media when I was doing well at my job because she couldn't be happy for me, but then she sends me messages on a weekly basis about how great her very ordinary office job is. Edit. There's nothing wrong with office jobs, she just acts like she's the first person to ever have one and expects people to be excited for her all the time. Always asking for favors, but never there when you need them to return one. I remember one time I needed a lift halfway across the UK and none of my friends would take me. One of my online friends who lived not too far away, who I help out a lot, just said, "Say no more, I'll be there in 15 minutes, get your crap." Safe to say he is one of my closest and best friends. Yeah, a friendship is a two-way street and ones that only go one way are not healthy. Definitely agree with this one. A friend of mine always messaged and called me for support, and I picked up right away, spending hours trying my best to be there. Then as I'm going through a rough period, she tells me, "I'm really busy and I'll try to make time for a call for over a month." Definitely doesn't feel nice. They only talk to you when all of their other friends are gone. Same happened to me. Made me wonder if I was just too boring, or wasn't considered enough of a best friend. Oof, this hit close to home. My best friend in high school did this with boys. If she was dating someone, I was invisible. I can only think of one guy she dated where this didn't happen. One up of friends. I just had this 2 hours ago. I was shopping, and a cute girl just said hi while walking by. Just a hi made my day, and so I was telling my friend about it. He said nice, and then told me how yesterday a intercoursey coworker just comes to him and kisses him. Reason: she just wanted to. This was kinda the moment I realized he is full of cow excrements. To upper friends, I found myself thinking and coming off as a one-upper in conversation when discussing something we've both similarly done, when I'm actually just trying to create conversation on the subject and be friendly. Is there a fine line, or am I just being paranoid and coming off as a douche? It's never in a bragging way, but more of a "oh that's awesome, yeah I enjoy that as well" way. Friends that don't let you have any other friends and require 100% of your time when they can't give you the same. This also applies to significant others. Inability or unwillingness to apologize when he or she does something wrong. It's symptomatic of an ego issue that will eventually infect every aspect of your friendship. I feel this one. Had a friend like that who always managed to put the blame on me, and it made me so frustrated that at one point I snapped when a common friend of us experienced that same toxic behavior. She found out later and got super mad at me for trash talking her. Lol, maybe I'm the bad guy. I had a friend like this, very intelligent and could twist anyone's words against them to always make any disagreement you had with them your fault. I passed it off as just being very stubborn. When I finally clued in and dug in my heels one time, and I had him dead to rights on the topic, he got violent with me, which was shocking and funny at the same time, since I had never seen him lose it before. He never apologizes, not even once. Even after I ghosted him, I would get cleverly worded emails and texts trying to make amends, but still trying to shift blame, and no genuine apology. Or apologizing in a passive-aggressive or dodgy way. "I'm sorry you were hurt by what I said. I should have known you wouldn't be able to handle the criticism.